Some major Modern Warfare 3 info dropped today with the first look at all of the remastered maps coming to the game from the original Modern Warfare 2. And they released a video on what they were working on and why they were working on it and what they wanted to do. And I'm going to react to that watching it live. I don't do these very often, but I was curious maybe you guys would like to see it because the maps are going to change. They're going to change. I've only seen a couple pictures. I have some images for you guys after the video as well. But let's just check it out, all right? Starting off with Highrise.
Player in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, we wanted to give the player a new way to experience these classic maps.
A new way to experience them. I mean, I'm not against changing old maps if they can improve them. Derail? Actually, hold up. That was way more visibility on Derail. If you guys ever played Derail before, there was kind of like a blizzardy effect over the map. It was kind of hard to see people. Although, I'm going to be honest, if you're outside looking indoors, it might be a little difficult to see people. It's really hard in the original MWIII, really hard. There's no lights. In that window there, I can kind of see a lighting effect. So maybe they lit up the inside of the building a little bit and made it a bit more visible from people on the outside looking in, which is not bad. That's a good thing.
We're going to be making these maps.
Invasion.
They lit up.
Favela. I love Favela.
Which ones they wanted to
Skid Row.
Reference for.
Maps really come through. They feel like they felt back then. And when you're playing Highrise, when you're playing Estate,
Ooh, this actually looks cleaner. Honestly, it looks cleaner. Like Estate, well, it's behind it. Actually, there's a house there. I can still see the boathouse here you could jump up on top of, but it looks, I don't know what the word is, more, it just looks cleaner. That's the best way to describe it. It looks less cluttered. That's a good way too. The old Estate had more, I don't know if it was overgrown grass or what it might be that kind of impaired some of your vision. This looks like it was mowed down. It's honestly, it looks a bit cleaner. I just like it, kind of like it.
Feel really transported back.
Yeah, like look on this little visioner here. This was, I don't know. This used to have glass all over it as well, so you had to shoot through glass. And if it's actually there, it's great, but looks like it's not there.
We questioned a lot of what
Karachi.
was good about.
Whoa, what underpass? This map is so much more like visible. Look at this. Dude, this map is notoriously disliked because the visibility is so bad. Like I use thermals on this map. This is super clean. This will be really weird to play because this map has some open lines of sight that you kind of just relied on them not being able to see you. If you're going to be out there now, you might get lasered. That's so visible.
The movement of older games, what was good about the gunplay of older games, and the same with the newer games. So
I just want to point out, he asked, what's good about the gunplay of older games? This might be a well-hated thing, but aim assist is nowhere near as strong in older games. It just isn't. And that's fine if you want to make it stronger nowadays because you're trying to help bad players. But in general, not I want to say bad players, not controller players, bad players. There are really good players on controller, but bad players generally get the advantage from aim assist because good players on controller can aim if aim assist is weaker or stronger. They can still do it. So on a lot of these maps that I've mentioned this before, but if the aim assist is as strong as it is currently in like current day Call of Duties, it's going to be very different in terms of what routes you could take because you just can't run along these lines of sight that you could in the older games. The older games, you just wouldn't be lasered. In the newer games, they're going to land their shots. You're going to die. There's no way around that, especially if there's low recoil guns like the ACR.
Try to marry.
This is actually a bit more derailish from this side. Maybe there's a weather effect that can come in. This is what I was talking about. There's kind of like a blizzard effect in derail.
A lot of those things together.
The way we approach it
Rust.
is that how are we going to make these the best versions of those maps that people have ever played? Because that's what we wanted. That's what we want as fans.
I'm cool with
There are
it.
places where the metrics of the level are adjusted to fit more modern gameplay, but for the most part, it's going to feel incredibly similar. The biggest change.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think them doing little changes like this are a bad thing. One thing I disagree with as a search and destroy player was the fact they moved bomb sites and like hard hat when they remastered that. I would like to see them keep, listen, just talk to some competitive players or something, or me, please. I would love to tell you too. Some bomb sites are very, very just bad in terms of how one-sided they are. And I'm sure this goes for a lot of objective-based game modes. We don't want that. Let's make these maps awesome. If we're going to upgrade them, let's actually upgrade them. And let's change the objectives to be more neutral for both offense and defense. So then you have to fight for it rather than just being handed it for free because you spawned in.
Changes are really in a fidelity sense. Places like Afghan.
Ooh, Afghan. You can still go up the airplane too here. This is from the top of the hill looking down. This map looks like it has some hard visibility because of the smoke.
Where it might have been difficult.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. I wonder if the secret spot's still there. They wouldn't get rid of that, right? There's no way.
To see somebody in some of those circumstances. We have new tools to make that.
Oh, there it is. No, go back. There it is. Yes, you can still jump on it from the wing.
To make that both look better, but also read better. So that you're.
I want to point out as well, what he's saying is like they want to make the map look better. It definitely is. Afghan, if you go play MW2 or you've seen some of my recent videos on MW2, it is a very washed out looking map. I mean, it's hard to make the map look good because it is frankly all one color. But this is definitely an improvement. You can see the color variations between items and like the grass and the ground. Afghan literally in old MW2 is like one color.
Target acquisition is improved.
Favela's a map where it really pushed our opportunities to
I like it.
explore what you couldn't do in the old one and what you can do now. From an artistic side, the map has more detail than I think any other map.
That's awesome.
In Highrise,
I love
it's
Favela.
fun to explore and
Highrise, they have the top of the map again right here. Sick. And the little jump up here. So you can definitely do that again. Also a little secret spot. I like it. Keep the original feel of the map.
and jump on the scaffolding and mantle to places that you weren't
Ooh! I don't know if that's a perk, but that mantle was quick.
That you weren't able to actually grab.
Oh, that was quick.
Now you can get there.
When it was a question of whether it should be.
Well, that's
like
that's a new thing as well. You couldn't do that in the original Highrise. You couldn't jump that wall. In this, it looks like he jumps to the corner,
it should be.
and he was looking up to jump that wall. You couldn't do that in any of the, like this whole thing was blocked off entirely. It was like a graded thing that you couldn't get on top of. You couldn't even get here either. That's interesting. That'll make this a little bit, I mean, not bad. If the mantle's quick as well, you won't get caught out as much.
Of whether it should be like the original or whether it should be more modern in terms of the metrics, we went with the original. And we pushed very hard to make sure that that experience was as close to the original as we possibly could.
Dude, look at how fast that mantling is.
I've seen people play it for the first time.
It could be a perk,
they don't really know
but
what
still.
they're going to see. And when that load screen shows up for Favela or for Query, you see them light up.
Quarry, okay? Quarry.
Favela or for Query.
No, it's not a query. You're not submitting a query like a question. It's quarry.
See them light up. Like,
I like this map a lot too, by the way. Some people don't like it. I dig it. There's a little tunnel here. Everything looks normal from what I can tell from this picture.
Like, oh my gosh, these are the maps that
Rundown. Wait. Rundown used to have really long grass. Is it still there? Like, it's not. I mean, dude, this is the top of the hill. There wasn't really long grass on the top of the hill. It was mostly the bottom of the hill. I want to see the bottom of the hill. If they still have like hide grass, you could lay down it and basically disappear.
That I've been
Scrapyard.
They would remake.
My only complaint about Scrapyard is when they remade it in Modern Warfare 19, you couldn't shoot through any of the metal. It was really annoying. I hope that you can shoot through it again. It just made camping really obnoxious. Subbase.
Super excited to bring all of these maps to fans.
Again, I actually want to point that out. I'm pausing a lot, but I hope you guys are understanding that there's a lot changing in these maps. This is way, way better visibility on Subbase. This map and Derail, notoriously bad like visibility, made it super hard to aim at people, and people didn't like that because of it. So they increased the visibility drastically.
To bring all of these maps to fans everywhere.
All right. Early access. I think the first beta, October 6th on PlayStation, and then the weekend after, it's going to be on everything, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I'll be playing both though. And I have some pictures here as well. And some additional images from their website. These were not shown in the trailer, but this is Terminal, at least from one side, bottom Eskies. Pretty good map overall. I'm not a huge Search fan of this map, but I think it works very well on Respawn, so, not everything works well on Search. They could move the bomb sites, maybe. That might be better as well. You got Scrapyard. Again, my only issue with Scrapyard was how they made it in Modern Warfare 19. I think this is a great map. I hope they just make it so you can shoot through things again. That way camping isn't crazy strong, and you can counter it a bit with, like, FMJ classes. And after this one, we have the front house of Estate. This is more in line with what I expected to see, like those large bushes along the roadside and stuff. It just kind of looked like the back of the house. The yard was mowed. But this looks normal. I dig it. I like Estate personally. What is this map? This is Rundown. I can't remember which spot this is exactly. I think this is on defense side of Rundown. This is going to be a weird map too. I'm not sure how long the grass is. I can't really see it very well from this image, but could be a pretty campy map. Could be fun though. Skid Row. very aggressive shotgun map. I mean, what do you expect, right? Mostly indoors, a lot of aggressive rushing. Without noob tubes in the game to stop you from the mid route, it's going to be a heavy close range map. Oh God, Rust. I mean, I know that they showed Rust in the trailer, but I had to show the actual loading image of it because iconic map, right? This is going to be a go-to for most camo grinders as well, I'm sure. Rust looks pretty good, modernized, but looks good. And then last but not least, Karachi. I like Karachi. Great search map. I'm not so sure about Respawn. Great search map, though. You can get on top of the house still, go inside the house from the hotel. There's the bus. Everything looks normal. I look forward to it. I think the maps are pretty damn solid in the game, and I'll be interested to see how the beta is. I hope they have search in the beta, but we'll have to wait and see for that one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.